What's up, guys? Welcome back to another market analysis. Welcome back to another video, guys. It is a new month, right? We're in December. It is the 1st of December. It's Sunday right now. I'm currently recording this. So, first thing I want to say, for this month, as you guys know, as we get into like the second half of this month, price action is going to kind of slow down. I don't know if you guys are noticing it now right now. Markets are still moving, of course, but as far as the volatility and the impulsiveness and the momentum, it's going to kind of slow down around this time. As you guys know, it's expected always around this time of the year with all the holidays coming up. We got New Year's, we have Christmas, we have all of these different holidays coming up. So a lot of people are not going to be spending money in the markets. They're going to be spending money outside of the markets, whether it be on family, gifts, and stuff like that. So do not expect a lot of money to be flowing in the markets during this time. So this is why we see the less volatility and the low momentum and everything like that. Okay, so that is something I want you guys to, just be aware of. Okay. Now, as far as this month, usually in the second half of the month, I'd say the last 2 weeks, even like the last week into like the new year, I'm mainly back testing. I'm not mainly trading. Now, I'm going to be trading until I see the price action, kind of slows down and we're actually stopping. But until then, I'm going to be trading. Now, when that happens, I usually go into a back testing mode and I just start back testing and just reviewing the whole year in general and, just kind of looking at my strategy and everything like that. Now, another thing, speaking about the back testing sessions, I'm going to be recording my back testing session for you guys. I'm going to try to record every single one. Some of them I might not record, but I'm going to record most of them for you guys while I'm back testing, so you guys can see my thought process and just how I back test and everything like that, and just back testing my strategy overall. Now, I think that's all I had to say in terms of like being a new month and everything like that. So I hope you guys had a great month last month. It's a new month here. Let's try to make as much profit as we can before these markets slow down. And let's talk about the markets and what's going on now. For this month, this is the first week of the month. So we do know that we have NFP this week on Friday. Let's go ahead and go right to Forex Factory. We have NFP on Friday. The unemployment rate. We have employment change for the CAD, and then we have unemployment rate for the CAD and the US dollar on the same day. So that is something. And then we have unemployment claims the day before on Thursday, and then we have job openings on Tuesday. So this is going to be a pretty good week as far as volatility and looking at the news, especially going in on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, Paul is speaking on Wednesday as well, right? So we have a lot going on this week. So let's make sure we're paying attention to what's going on, especially on the fundamental side, and how the interest rate and everything like that is going to affect these markets. All right. So the key days that we want to be paying attention to really is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay. And Friday, of course. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So mainly the majority of the week. Monday is probably going to be kind of slow, even though we do have manufacturing going on Monday. But that's not going to be, that's not usually the usual scale as far as being bigger than these other news events coming out. All right. So these are the main things we're going to focus on. All right. Now, getting into the actual price action itself, and let's go ahead and start talking about it. I'm going to talk about crypto. I do have my crypto list here. I'm going to talk about crypto for you guys, and we know what I'm looking at, what am I investing into, and give you guys some of my crypto picks and everything like that. We'll talk about BTC, and we'll talk about the crypto markets because this is a big opportunity right now on crypto. So we'll talk about it. I know you guys remember my last analysis from like maybe a year ago or a few, maybe, I don't know how long it's been since I've actually, analyzed BTC, but the last analysis that I did was kind of pretty spot on. And yeah, so hopefully crypto keeps going like it's going. I'm expecting it to do what everyone is saying for it to do. We'll have a lot of big numbers coming in, and I'll talk about that in a second. Let's get to the markets first. Let's get to Forex first, and then we'll talk about crypto, right? So let's talk about, we can go to DXY. Let's go to DXY real quick and just showing you guys what's been going on as far as the higher time frame. Now, we have been talking about these highs for a while. I told you guys the market is most likely going to come for these highs, as we did. So we have taken out the liquidity, and you can see as soon as we take out the liquidity here on a daily time frame, we immediately are getting a reversal, right? We're getting this reversal to the downside. Now I was hoping that we came to the imbalance, but we didn't make it there. Now honestly, I'm going to expect us to get there once we do give that reversal. I expect this to come down a little bit more until we get back into overall this area here, this reaccumulation that's going on mainly around here. This is the main point that I expect the market to do some type of, halt or pause before we see probably another leg up. You can see here we got our change of character underneath, right? We got our change of character here, which is giving us a reversal opportunity, which is telling us, hey, the market is potentially going into a reversal cycle, and we're mainly coming back to target imbalance and target all these other things. Now, as you can see, we do have imbalance here on this time frame, so this is why I'm looking for us to get into this area here, come here and fill this imbalance potentially before we see another push higher, or we could probably see a push higher, a redistribution to continue us lower, probably getting back into this accumulation. Right now, that's going to take a while to happen. It could take a while to happen, especially if this is going to be a bullish market, and this is bullish how it's going to be. You're not going to see the market move. We shouldn't, right? This is the thing. We should not see the market move as it did like this, right? We shouldn't see DXY move immediately to the downside to mitigate this area as we pushed higher. Why? Momentum, right? Momentum is key, right? So seeing how this market pushed to the upside, you can see there was little to no pullbacks, right? That means buyers were in control. That means buyers was control this market. Now, as we're coming back to the downside, I would like to see a more structured sell, as in we see pullback, market goes down, pullback, market goes down, pullback, market goes down. I want to see weak sellers, right? We want to see weak sellers just to confirm that this bullish leg is being controlled by buyers, and that buyers are still in control of this market, and that we should be anticipating higher prices. Now, if we see that this market is impulsively selling to the downside to mitigate this area right here, that is going to cause a little bit of stipulation in my mind. I'm going to start thinking that this market probably is going to accumulate here and redistribute back to the downside, right? That's if we get an impulsive move to the downside. If the market is quick to mitigate this area here, I could just see this as just one huge manipulation, right? And we're talking about higher time frame. We're on the 4 hour, on a daily time frame. This is higher time frame. So on the lower time frame, this is going to take a couple months for this to happen, as it did take, a month or two for us to, manipulate these highs and get to these highs. Now, if this whole thing is just one huge manipulation and we see the market impulsively move back down, yes, we're going to see a reaction from here. Hopefully this reaction can hold and we get another push. But if not, depending on how strong these sellers are, and we get a push down, this whole thing was just one big manipulation, and this whole thing is one redistro, right? We could see that happen. Now, that's not off the table, but it depends on how this momentum is following us and how we sell to the downside. Right now, this is a good sell-off. It's been pretty slow. It's been pretty structured. So right now, it's doing good. All right, so that's what I expect right now from DXY. I'm expecting us to probably give a retracement back into this reaccumulation before we get another push, or before we probably get a bounce, and then we start seeing some more pushes to the downside to mitigate here. All right. So that's what I'm seeing right now on DXY. Now, moving on to GU. So GU. What's going on here on GU? All right, we talked about the higher time frame. We talked about how we know that this is one big push towards the upside that took out this high. This is one leg. This is the reaccumulation within that legs. Oh, sorry. That's the reaccumulation. Let me make this bigger. So that's the reaccumulation within that leg. So with that being said, that's where this area comes from. This is a daily area. This is just the origin of the reaccumulation, right? This right here is the last push. That's just the origin. Now I see that we are reacting off of this reaccumulation right here to the right, and that's where our reaction came from. We didn't get an accumulation in here though. We didn't get anything like that supported that buyers was here at the time. This was a minor area that I was looking to sell from. We did not get what I was looking for here. We barely got a reaction. We did get a reaction, but we didn't get what the type of reaction I was looking for. We didn't see any distribution or anything like that. So we see that the market just kind of just pushed lower a little bit, and then we push to the upside. And this is what I'm talking about. This right here is what I mean when I say momentum. You can see how this market pushed towards the upside to mitigate this area. Even when we got to this area right here, we mitigated and we gave a small reaction. But look at this reaction. Look how weak these sellers are. And then you see how the market just ends up going back higher, right? That is why momentum is important and paying attention to momentum. So now what am I looking for? So we took out these highs right here. I'm expecting us to really take out all of these areas. I'm really expecting us either, since this is our change of character, even though this is liquidity, but this is our change of character here. Now we could do one or two things. If we see the market starts pulling back, then this is going to be the high of our order flow, right? This is just an order flow leg right here, since we got our change of character. But if this starts pushing up higher, we can see this being the high, and potentially I'm going to look for the market to get back into like 50% or somewhere around this area. But what I'm really expecting is for us to just continue going higher. I want to continue seeing reaccumulations, mitigations towards the upside until we get here. Right, this is where I'm going to be looking for my next selling opportunity. This is the next major area that we can expect the market to come to, because zoom out right here. So this is around the election time, as you guys know. This was the last accumulation before we seen that push to the downside, right? A last accumulation within a point of interest here. You guys remember this was our reaccumulation, and we barely reacted off of our origin here. So this was the last major accumulation that gave us a push, mitigated the I guess I would say the FUD from election. And then we completely see a bearish push to the downside. This area here is going to be what I'm looking for. If the market goes past this high right here, I'm going to anticipate all of this liquidity to be taken out. I'm honestly going to be expecting a new high. Honestly, if we go past this area, I'm going to expect all this liquidity to be taken out. Okay. And I'm going to be expecting a new high. All right. So that's why this area is important. There's literally nothing here except for liquidity. All right, so that's what I'm expecting here on GU. So I'm going to be looking for more reaccumulations. So zooming into the price action, the first thing I want to see, I like the fact that we took out these lows. I like the fact that we took out these lows. Now I just need us to kind of break this high, right? I need to kind of break this high, and then maybe tomorrow, if we see a push back into this area, we could take a buy there, right? I want to see us break this high before we start, taking any buys from this area. This is a valid accumulation. We did mitigate the previous London session manipulation here, so that's one thing I want to see. Or if we just continue pushing higher, then we see that distribution at the top, we see the market invalidate that distribution, and then we'll take the mitigation and we'll take it higher like that. Okay, so either one of those scenarios. And then of course we have our scenario, if the market does pull back, we're going to look for it to come into the 50% of whatever high we make here. So whatever high it makes, that's where this top is going to go, and then we're going to expect it to pull back to the 50% before we start looking for any more buyers or anything like that here. All right, so moving on to EU. Now, EU is also in its minor area as well. This minor supply zone that I was looking at, I'm going to expect this supply zone to be taken out as well. Just looking at the price action, right? Look at these quote unquote sellers that's supposed to be here. So same thing with EU. I'm going to be expecting this to be taken out here. So we're going to get that change of character if we see that change of character. And then, of course, looking for us to get back into this supply zone. This is the same supply zone. We do have our minor accumulation underneath. This is the same supply zone that gave us that reaction off of that election move, and then we can see the market push and give us another leg. Another reason why this area is important is you go on a bigger time frame, you can see that this market has already completed our distribution, right? So meaning we have invalidated all this liquidity that I was telling you guys to look to target, and we have taken out all these lows, right? So we have our big distribution with our mitigation and the market pushing lower. So This is going to be the first area. Of course, this is our slingshot area. And then of course we have our origin. You guys know the basics, right? This is the pure basics of what we teach, right? We have our slingshot. This is going to be our first area. This is the area that gave us that last reaction before we pushed past all these lows. And then we have our origin, which is sitting up here, which is a distribution. So as the market pulls back, we're going to take these buying opportunities to the upside, anticipating for us to get up here. So as soon as the market, let me delete these real quick. So as soon as the market passes this high right here, honestly, this is a free zone from here to here. This is a free zone of opportunities right here. I'm going to be looking for buying opportunities within this zone until we get into the supply zone. Okay. All right. So let's go into USD CAD. USD CAD gave an ugly reaction off of this demand zone. Now with USD CAD, I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit higher because I do expect a retracement on USD CAD. We've made and we've completed our new high. So of course we had our 1 hour. Our 1 hour is back bullish right from this low. Let me get that back. This is our 1 hour structure right now. This is our 1 hour leg. From this low to this high, we broke this high. That's a 1 hour leg that is broken. Of course we have our 4 hour leg, which is from this low to whatever high we make. Okay. Well, no, I'm sorry. So this is also our 4 hour. Boop. So our 4 hour and our 1 hour is actually on the same leg, but this is also our 4 hour and this is also our 1 hour leg. Okay. So until we make this new high or whatever high we're going to make, I don't know if this is going to be the high. We'll know that once we get our retracement, of course. But until then, we're going to assume that this market is going to retrace. I'm going to assume that this market is going to retrace. Watch, we're going to break this low. Give me a second. Boom. So if we're going to retrace from this high right here, if this is going to be our structured high, once we do break this low, if we break this low and we get a change of character here, I'm going to be anticipating us to fall a little bit more back into this area, and then ultimately, honestly, back to the 50%, right? Somewhere underneath the 50%. There's a lot of gray area right here. We don't really have any supply, any demand going on here. So I really expected getting back into this overall move right here, which would be somewhere around here. Okay, so just getting back into this area here before we see any accumulation, any buyers come in and to take this market higher. That's if we break this low now. All right, if we don't break this low, then we're going to anticipate the market to continue on this bullish market cycle. So we'll have to watch the price action here and see how it reacts. All right. Let's see. I don't really think, I'm still not liking AU. Yeah, I'm still not liking AU. We're still maintaining our leg, but I don't like the price action on AU right now. Gold. So let's talk about gold. So gold gave a valid enough retracement for us, as you guys know. So gold giving us this retracement to the downside right here after reacting off our 2007.50, that is a very good retracement, right? This is a good impulsive sell that tells us that, you know, there's a lot of sellers taking profits here. All right, they took profits at this area, which is expected. This is an institutional price point. Doesn't mean, you know, everyone completely sold. Of course not, but you're going to want to take profits at these points. Now, as the market continues to push higher, I think we tapped, no, we barely missed the 2,800. But as this market pushes higher, which I anticipate that it will, this is just a bullish market, okay? We're targeting 3,000, okay? That is going to be my next major area. So one thing that I want to say is we're sitting underneath the 2,750 right now. As soon as, so right now, this is kind of the accumulation stage. Look for more accumulations within where we're at right now. I would wait for more structured areas. Wait for more structured trades. What do I mean? Don't just trade anything as of right now, especially where we're at. We're kind of just in the middle of this little leg, right? So we push lower, we push past this reaccumulation, and we're just seeing this, right? And we're in the middle of that. We're kind of right in the middle of that. Do not be too aggressive right here. Now, if the market continue pushing lower, that is fine, right? Because we would want the market to get back into an area where we could be, super aggressive. It's just where we're at right now. Don't try to be too aggressive. Wait for your setups within this area and wait for those structured plays that right? Now, once we get back to this 2,750, once you see the market is sitting above this 2,750 right here, this is where you can start being more aggressive, okay? What do I mean by that? Once the market gets back to this 2,750, honestly, I am expecting us to go to 3,000. So once you see that the market is holding this level, start looking for those reaccumulations, right? You're going to see the market push past this level again. We'll probably get a retracement back underneath, and then it'll just sit right here for a little bit. Once you start seeing that and it's maintaining this area, this is where you start being aggressive and start taking these retracements in these plays. All right, because after that, we're going to push to 3,000. That's going to be our next target. Okay, but until you see that, do not be too aggressive. Just relax and wait for your setups. All right, but I do anticipate gold to continue going higher. US 30, no surprise, we're pushing higher. Okay, look for reaccumulations and look for the buying opportunities. All right, my idea has not changed on this at all. We're about to hit where we're at the 45,000 already. So this market has just been pushing. All right, next major area would be 50,000. That is a long ways away, as you guys can see. That is long away. 45,000 is something that we're at right now, though. Where is it at? All right, we're at 45,000, and then 4750. Or 47,500 is going to be that next major point. Okay, so bullish market. Order flow is bullish. These yellow dots are order flow. Order flow is bullish. This is the slingshot within our order flow, so this is going to be a key area that I'm still going to be looking at. So if we see the market gives us a, let's say we push lower here, as we can see, we're starting to form a distribution at the institutional price point. No surprise, right? Pay attention. So once we, and if we get this distribution to the downside, I'm going to expect us to come down and fill up all of this imbalance that we left over and to get back into this reaccumulation. If we don't react off this reaccumulation, then of course you guys can see we have an obvious accumulation down here. And here is that's the manipulation. Boom. Right? This is where I'd be expecting the market to come into as far as being our origin. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there. This right here is our reaccumulation. This is gonna be the first area that I expect us to react from. Right there. And that's if we get that distribution. So now let's zoom in and let's talk about this current price action. So it's gonna be the same thing. What do we see as our latest move? We see that the market has taken Asian lows. Now, this would have been great to trade as the market was doing this. So if you were trading on this Friday and you seen this move, this is kind of an easy move. And I would kind of, tell you guys how to kind of spot this. So in a bullish market like this, especially on indices, this is strictly for indices, right? Because this is how indices usually move. So in a bullish market like this, the first thing I want you guys to pay attention to is timing, right? Look at this time. This is equities open, right? Equities open. That time is so important. It could give you so much information if you understand what's going on. So anytime equities is about to open, 9:25, right? Just 5 minutes before the chart. What I want you to do is, one, has Asian highs or Asian lows been taken yet? That's the first thing I want you to ask yourself. Where is the liquidity, right? Because majority of the time, what you'll notice is once equities open, it's an impulse, right? It's usually an impulse into one direction. If you could recognize whether that impulse is a manipulation or if it's an actual like move, you're set for the day, right? In this case right here, look at Look at US 30 and look at what happens, right, as these sessions open up right here. You can see as soon as, where is it at? Equities open, what does the market do? The market goes down, takes out all this liquidity. Now, this does not happen. This does not have to happen immediately. Like, what I want you to understand is, as soon as the market opens right here, look what we do. The market goes down for the rest of the New York session. Why? It's targeting liquidity. Once that liquidity is targeted, look what happens for the late of New York, right? Because New York doesn't close till 2 p.m. my time. I just stopped trading 2 hours before that. Now, for the rest of the 2 hours that I'm off the charts, and that's outside of this orange zone, look what happens. The market just goes back to the upside, right? That means the whole premise, the whole idea of today's New York session was to just take out liquidity. Look what happens again. You can see it happens right here. As we're getting to the 4,500, we take out the highs, we go down for the day. All right. Now today we take out Asian lows, and look, we go up. So one thing I want you to notice, and one thing I want you to pay attention to, is how can you make yourself a setup out of that? Well, if you understand that the market is in a bullish market cycle, as we've been just going towards the upside, if we're in a bullish market cycle and Asian lows has not been taken out yet, this is an easy trade. How is this an easy trade? Well, Asian lows has not been taken out until equities open. As soon as you see Asian, since we're bullish, you're looking for Asian lows. You're looking for lows to be taken. You're looking for any lows, honestly. You're looking for liquidity to be taken at the lows. You're looking for manipulation, all right? As soon as equities open right here at 9:30, what do? We go lower, right? We go lower. We take out Asian lows. There's your manipulation. There's your change of character. There's your entry. Market goes higher. You're targeting 4,500, right? Simple. So look for these manipulation plays, right, on indices, right? When the market is bullish like this, these are the manipulation plays you want to look for to try to take this higher. Now, one thing I want to say is I am not expecting for the market to react off this area. Why? All right. If you're in the Discord and you know everything like that, and you've actually studied and understand what, like, you know, how these markets move, you'll know why. This right here is a lot of liquidity, right? Even though the market took Asian lows and we continued higher, look at this liquidity that the market is building up for later. So when the market comes back down here, especially after tapping the 4,500, when the market comes back down here, I'm not going to be expecting a limit order here and just trying to take this higher, or, you know, anything like that. Now, if we see some accumulation, or, you know, we see some confirmation entry there, yes, we'll probably try to take it higher. But more likely than not, I'm going to expect the market to take out liquidity, right? Always look for the market to take out liquidity first before you start trying to enter, okay? Especially on this day right here, we was waiting for the market to take out liquidity. Now, the market only took out Asian liquidity. It only decided to take out Asian liquidity that day. That is okay. Now, Monday's gonna come. It's gonna be a new day. We're gonna expect the market to take out liquidity. We're not gonna expect the market to react here and continue going. We're gonna look for the market to take out liquidity. That is gonna be the safest bet every time. Wait for the market to take out liquidity. Unless you're just in a super bullish market and you're seeing the reaccumulations and you're not seeing any manipulations, wait for the liquidity to be taken. So now our next area is gonna be, we're gonna look for the market to come down here. All right, we're going to be looking for it somewhere around here, the 50%. This is where I'm going to be looking for the market to buy to go to the upside. Now, if the market breaks this, then this is where we start talking about our reaccumulation, and then we start talking about our origin, okay? So that is US 30. I don't think NAS. Okay, NAS is still pretty clean. Same thing, right? I'm sorry. We have our order flow towards the upside. We have liquidity that I'm looking for the market to take out. And what has been happening? So since we got this retracement, and let me do this real quick. Boop. Nope. So you can see we got this retracement back to the 50%. Look what's happening within the 50%. This is what I've been talking about, guys. Look at the manipulations, right? Follow the manipulations. So you can see the market here, which is building liquidity. All right, here's our first manipulation right here. Guess what time it happened? Equities open, right? Boom. Market manipulates the lows. We get a push higher. What happens again? The next day, equities open. Another manipulation to the downside to mitigate the previous day, right? And look what happens. We kind of stalled out for the day, and then London session came in and gave us that push higher, making a new high. Look what happens the next day. Another manipulation, mitigating the previous manipulation. Look how we're just mitigating the previous day, and it's all happening at the same time. All of these are happening during equities open. All right. So next, what happens? All right, the market pushes back to the upside. We come back and tap into the 21,000. Now this area here is our last manipulation. This is why I have the 50% right here marked out. You can see what happens here. The market gives us another push. Guess what time this happens? Equities open to the 50%, taking out liquidity. I am not looking for buys within these areas. We're not looking for buys within this. We have trendline liquidity sitting here. So look at the liquidity, look at the market push to the 50% underneath the liquidity, right? We take out liquidity and look what happens for the remainder of the day. We push higher. Now look what happens the next day. The market does it again. We push, take out Asian lows, continue higher. Now for NAS, I would actually want to see us come and mitigate this area and then give us another push. If we don't, then we don't. But if the market does give us that retracement, this is where I would look for that next entry to take this higher. Okay. So right now for NAS, just follow the mitigations. Okay, so now, last but not least, let's talk about crypto. Let's talk about what's going on. Let me find Bitcoin real quick. Here we go. All right, let's talk. Crypto. I already have my areas marked out. This is the 100,000. The market is not going to easily, I want to say easily, but I didn't expect the market to just fly past 100,000. Okay, let me explain. So let's zoom out to the daily time frame, right? We know that, we had this big push in crypto. We got back to 20,000. Cool, right? Since then, we got our huge accumulation. We've been seeing reaccumulation. Even here, this is what I've been telling you guys. I like when Bitcoin does this. I like when we do moves like this. This is showing that we actually have investors that are holding their money within this, right? Seeing that the market is struggling, especially after making this new high, seeing that the market was kind of, just sitting here struggling. That means we actually had people holding their money and we didn't have actual sellers. We didn't see a distribution here like we seen when we made new highs last time. You see how we have a distribution? Here, we don't see that distribution. We just see the market printing more liquidity above the highs and more liquidity beneath the lows. We're seeing a wedge, and we know that that's just a reaccumulation, right? We know the wedges are just reaccumulations, right? Everybody has their own names for these patterns. We know this as a reaccumulation. Some other people might see this as a wedge. Same thing, right? So after that, we see the market explode through. Look at this momentum. What do you think I'm going to expect again? So here's what I'm going to expect. Either one or two things is going to happen, okay? Either one, we are going to sit here at 100K for a little bit. We're going to sit here at 100K for a little bit. We're probably going to push past 100K, and then we're going to just bounce around 100K. We'll probably get a manipulation around here, and then we'll start going to the upside again, right? We're probably going to get the exact same thing like this, right? I would expect this to happen again. Or we'll see a distribution. If we see the distribution, I'm going to anticipate us to come back to 80,000 or at least back into here, right? If that happens, these are great buying points, okay? If we give this distribution right here, honestly, what I would say, if we see this distribution and we see the market push, down to 80,000, push down even further than 80,000, right? I'm giving 80,000 as a grace. If we push down to further past 80,000, that's even better. Reason why I'm saying that's a great thing is because that means a lot of people are going to sell their crypto. Okay. A lot of people might panic sell. A lot of people might, do whatever. It's going to be a lot of panic selling or a lot of profit taking, just short profit taking. If that happens, I know you guys can see the state of the market right now. If that happens and you see coins start dumping and you see coins start going lower, this is your chance to get in. The reason why I say this is because once we successfully once we successfully overrule this 100,000, I don't think crypto is going past 100,000 again. That's just my honest words. Once we react off of this 100,000, once we give our reaction and do whatever, and the market pushes back, so because the market is going to push back. Crypto has been the biggest narrative that I've heard going on this year so far, and it's not going to stop. 2025, crypto is going to go crazy, and I want you guys to be a part of it. So, if we see a distribution, expect this pullback. All right, expect a pullback or expect a stall here. We would love to see the pullback. If we see this pullback, please buy into crypto. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking to buy and everything like that. But once we see this pullback and we see the coins start dumping and the value starts going back down, this is your last chance to get in. Okay, if we see this, reason why, once we get this bounce back, I don't see the market going down to these areas again. The way that everything is going on, the narrative, we're probably going to see at least 150,000. And that's just an early target for now. It could be higher than that. That's just an early target. But you don't want to miss out on that. The reason why is because a lot of FOMO, a lot of FUD is going to get into the markets. So if you're early, then you're already going to have your money in the coins. That's going to get a lot of FOMO. So that's why you want to be early. That's why I want to try to get you guys in early. I'm going to talk about some of the coins that I'm in. It's kind of, I want to say it's early, but it's kind of past the early stages now. If you're not already in it, this is why I want to see this retracement. So you have a second chance to get in at a great price before, everything starts going. We want this pullback to happen so everyone's like, oh yeah, it was just another push, the bull runs over and everyone takes money. That's what we want. We want prices to go back down. Because institutions are buying a lot of Bitcoin right now. Institutions are buying these cryptos right now. When we don't see it on the charts, right? We don't see it on the charts, but trust me, once it starts transferring to the charts and these ETFs starts coming out, it's gonna go crazy. So that's what I'm gonna expect. All right, that's my second scenario. And my the other scenario I said was we're just gonna bounce around. Okay, and of course the next target is going to be 150,000, and I'll put 125 as a middle ground. Okay, these are where I expect reactions. Okay, I think crypto could. I think Bitcoin can easily, once we get past this 100,000 level and once we stop this whatever range we're going to do here, we're going to easily go to 125. And then after that, 150. All right. Past that, I'm not sure what we're going to do. I just know for sure that's where I'm confident that we're going, 150. Okay. Now, let's get into some of the coins. I'm going to tell you guys what to get into. I'm going to give you guys some safe options. Give you guys the safest options, and then we're going to talk about like the more risky that you can make a lot of money in type of options, and I'm going to tell you what I'm in personally as well. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, so I am on CoinMarketCap right here. Let me just refresh this. Okay, safe options. Okay, you don't want to invest into Bitcoin. If you're actually trying to make some money, you don't want to invest into Bitcoin unless you have a lot of capital. All right, you're not going to make that much. Any of these right here, you do not want to get into. Solana was very good. I'm very sad that I missed out on Solana, but Solana is gone now, right? You don't want to get into. People are talking about Solana's going to get to like maybe 500, maybe 600. That's fine. We want to find, some good coins that we can actually make some good return on. I believe Solana's gone. I don't think it's worth getting into it at this where it's at right now. All right. XRP, I would leave XRP alone too. That's gone. right? Do not chase what's already pumped and is already up here. Meme coins, we want something safe. All right, I'm gonna get you guys into something safe because I do some meme coins here and there, but you really have to pay attention to trends and everything like that. I don't want you guys wasting money there. All right, Avalanche. Get into Avalanche. Avalanche is good. I see Avalanche going back to its all-time highs. That's not even it. I see Avalanche going back to its all-time highs. Okay, so Avalanche is a very good safe pick. All right. Next, let's see. Avalanche. Let's keep going. Avalanche. Immutable X. Another good one. I see this going back to $3. Potentially even back over here all the way to $10. This is a very good. Very good. All right. Let's keep going. These are safe picks right here. Polkadot. Phantom. Here it goes right here. Phantom. Another good safe pick right here. It's already been pumping. Let's see. Thorchain. That's another good one. Let's see. Beam is already pumped a little bit. Okay. And then we have like the I actually wanted to see what price this is at right now, honestly. Hold on. Honestly, I think this might push a little bit more. It's at $2. For this being like a meme coin, I think this might push a little bit more. Surprisingly. Just looking at how the price action is. We're looking at this as like from a chart standpoint, and we've been in charts for a while. We know what happens when the market does this, right? We see this big push up, right? I'm still looking at this as if I was looking at the forex chart, right? We see this, impulsive move to the upside. Look how the price is maintaining itself here, right? If this was like a pump and dump type of coin, we would have seen this immediately go back to where it was at. I see a lot of people holding their money. That means this has a lot of holders in it. So we could definitely see the price push right back to $2, probably even past $2. So that's another investment if you want to take that chance. I think I'm done with these safe coins. Avalanche is the safest one that I could give you. Avalanche, that's the safest one that I see going back. Polkadot is good, and Immutable X. I wouldn't waste money getting into these top coins that's already pushed. Now I'm gonna tell you what I'm in, like what I'm in and what I think you should be getting into. So this right here, AI, this is what you need to be looking at, right? These coins is what you need to be looking at. AI in general, okay? That's what I'm gonna say. AI in general is what you need to be looking at. Find the ones that have not pumped up. Find the ones that are still low. Those are the ones you need to get into. So so you can do your own research there. AI and gaming, that's what you need. Those are the two main things that I'm looking at. But that's what you need to get into. All right, now as far as my personal watch list and what I'm in, POW, this is the AI coin. This is good, right? We're still low. All-time highs was over here. I believe we're going past all-time highs. Okay, the AI narrative is going crazy right now. So POW, this is good. That's one that I'm into. Vulcan Forge, that's a gaming coin. This is one that I'm into as well. I've been in this one for a while. AI Tech, this is one I recently got into right here. We're still in the dumps. Okay. You can see we had this big push here. We're at a good pullback. We're at what, 43 cents. We're at 15 cents right now. That's at least 3x your money. Yeah, that's at least 3x your money. This is a good investment. Very good buy where we're at. Another thing I want you guys to pay attention to as you're like investing into these coins, pay attention to the market cap and the fully diluted market cap. Make sure they're not too far off. I was kind of questioning getting into this one because of, we're at 159 million, but the diluted market cap is at 294. So that just means that there's locked money in this market. So once there's enough liquidity, there's going to be a lot of sellers. That means a lot of people have their money locked, right? But It's always good when the market cap and the fully diluted market cap is either the exact same or they're not that different from each other, right? If you have a 100 million market cap and the fully diluted is like 700 million, no, right? I would stay away from that. That means you have a lot of people waiting to sell. They just don't have a lot of liquidity yet. Neuro, very, 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 very good coin. We're at 15 cents right now. So this is why I'm saying if we get a pullback on, BTC and you see this dump to like what, $9, maybe $7 back to this consolidation phase right here, just back down to this area. If you see us come back to this area, definitely pick this up. This started at $3 this month. Well, last month in November, they started at $3 and we're at $15 right now. You guys can just see the craziness that's going on. Altera, this is something that I'm already into. I would heavily suggest you get into it. I've been, said get into it. I think I told Klein to get into this like a week or two ago. And I got into this all the way down here at 2 cents, right? I'm already settled in this. I'm not closing this yet, or I'm not taking profits on it yet. But I've already got into this already down here. I told Klein the same thing like 2 weeks ago as well to get in. So hopefully he did get in. But we're at 14 cents right now. We definitely could push a lot more. Now, from an investing standpoint, just, us as traders, I would honestly want you to wait to see if we get a pullback, back into like, maybe 8 cents, maybe 5 cents, back to you can get it at a discount. If not, it's still a good buy. We have potential to go at least to like 30, 40, 50 cents, maybe even more than that. They are doing some integration with AI and stuff like that, so this could push a lot more. You can see here, look at the market cap and the fully diluted market cap, they're exact same. That's perfect, right? That means we have equal buyers and sellers here. Cetify, this is one that I'm into as well. This is a very good coin as well. We're in the dumps. We used to be at $5 a couple months ago. Well, that was like what? That was a lot of months ago. So that's even better, right? We're sitting right here around $2 right now. You can see on the monthly chart, it's kind of pushed. I've been in this since like down here around this area here. That's where I got into it. But honestly, I could see us coming back into here, right? This is still in the same year. You can see that we're still in the red. Anything here is good buying, okay? $2 is good buying right here. You can take it all the way here to like $5. That's at least double your money. And then looking at the all-time highs of this, where it used to be at, it was at 15. If Bitcoin goes to where everyone is speculating and we actually have institutions getting into this market, this is what I mean. This is going to be crazy, right? We're going to see these pump all the way back to their original all-time highs, and this is at $2 right now. So just make sure you know what you're buying into. This is another great one that I'm into, Phantasma. As you can see, we're in the dumps, right? This used to be at $3. We're at 16 cents. We're in the dumps. I got into this around like 8 cents, around right here. So I caught this first push, and look how we're maintaining right here. This is a great buying point. Where we're at right now, this is a great buying point. You don't need to wait for any retracements. All right, get in right now. All right, so that's a great buying point. Let's look into it some more. I think those are my main ones for now. Yeah, those are my main ones for now. Engine is a good buy. Double XO, this is a great buy. The only reason I didn't talk about this yet, I don't want you guys FOMOing into this. This is why I'm saying wait for a pullback. We're almost back to all-time highs here. You can see this started at what? 11 cents. So don't FOMO into this. I want you guys to wait for a pullback. I'm waiting for a pullback to get some into there as well. POW is good. Chromia is good. Everything you see here on my watch list, except for this, let's see, GameSwap is good, Rico is good, except for this, nope. OPSEC is good. All right, Seed World, you might not be able to get into this. It doesn't have a lot of liquidity, but it's very good. This is something I'm looking to get into. I'm waiting for some more people to find out about it and look for some liquidity to get into it so I can buy some. Playboy is good, Santa is good, Remark is good, GameSwap, Rico Finance, OPSEC, everything you see here is a good buy. This is something I'm either in or I'm looking to get into. Okay, so all of these are good. All right. And just remember, AI and gaming is going to be the main, AI in general. AI is going to be the main push of this cycle. So make sure you are paying attention to AI and what's going on. All right. So that is my market analysis for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.